What limits you? Nothing. Who defines you? No one. Where can you go? Everywhere. With unlimited super-fast internet access, free Intel-to-Intel calls, and crystal clear quality conversations, you can do and be whatever you want to be.
Intel. Live more.
Music is fuel that fires up our soul. Today, African music has a dominant place on the world map. This massive music movement creating waves across the globe.
I have seen the evolution and the growth of this industry.
But every movement starts with a story. And the best place to start any story is at the very beginning.
It's a ceremonial energy that can only have come from Africa.
What is happening? Your eyes are red. You are armed with a machete and a gun.
See, I am angry and I can't even contain it. See.
Oh, my guy, calm down. Calm down.
See, Oga. I have planned to go and destroy these people's businesses in the city. I have to retaliate for what they've done at their own place. They cannot eat their cake and have it now. Never.
If you destroy their business here and they destroy that of those close to you over there, especially that your brother who sends you steady cash, how would you survive? Would your dreams be on hold?
See, what you're saying is correct. But I'm still angry.
Best way is to embrace peace. With peace and unity,
My people,
let us embrace peace and unity. Let's learn to live as brothers and sisters for a progressive, prosperous nation. This message is brought to you from the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture.
Our pastors, our imams, in every church, in every mosque, please realize that in the course of praying for peaceful and transparent elections, we all have duties beyond prayers. If we want a stable society before, during, and after the elections, what should you be saying to those that worship with you? All Sundays and all Fridays, you are saddled with the responsibility of bringing up good generations. It is therefore your duty to both man and God to ensure peace all the time, no matter about elections alone. People talk to people and people listen. Talk to your followers. Make them listen to ensure peaceful 2023 elections. This message is from the National Orientation Agency.
From dusk to dawn, 24 hours a day, NTA International is with you in your living room, office, everywhere and anywhere. We provide the company you desire in terms of balanced and up-to-date news, programs, and the best of entertainment. Tune in to DSTV channel 251, GoTV channel 91, Freeview UK channel 264, or you can download www.visiontv.co.uk, app for iOS or Android. You can also see us on Facebook and YouTube for quality content on the go. NTA International, Africa's window to the world.
Nice to have you join us for another edition of Newsline. I am Jennifer Igwe. Now, the Cardinal is a member of the Sacred College of Cardinals, whose duties include electing the Pope, acting as his principal counselors and aiding in the government of the Roman Catholic Church throughout the world. A Nigerian, Bishop Peter Opaleke, has been appointed as a cardinal nominee by the Catholic Pontiff, a great development for Nigeria. Our correspondent has details on this and to help us understand that great strive for Nigeria. Then, on our lineup today, we have series of passion crimes of passion. We have an ex-wife who stabs the ex-husband to death, a jealous man who strangles his wife and commits suicide. Why this kind of violence and violent crimes? Our correspondents have details. Then we have love stories, wedding bells, expo, and celebrations, including other human interest stories worth watching. But before we start rolling our Newsline stories proper, we'll take the news segment, and Claire Adilabu Abdurazak is in Abuja waiting to take the news. Hello, Claire. Nice to see you.
Good evening, Jennifer. The pleasure is the same here. Hello and welcome to Abuja, and here is the news. Key speakers at the ongoing 6th International Culture Summit in Edinburgh, Scotland, have identified skills, arts and creativity as a motivator for sound education and human capacity building. Now, this was contained in their submissions. Anthony Forson reports.
Which is the world's leading gathering of culture ministers with artists and practitioners, made submissions that were dedicated to exploration of culture and education. Ofela Omoyele Balogun, a movement artist, educator and choreographer, spoke on the place of using the body and fusing it into education.
The concept of the Western mentality, we have the idea that culture, so like dancing, music, and storytelling, spirituality, and tradition are all separated. And so for me, and for what I represent, it was very important to remember that it's all about the connection.
We need to understand one another in order to be able to appreciate one another and understand where we come from, so that we get rid of issues such as xenophobia, racism, and Afrophobia.
Andres Shilha enumerated how skills are very important in any learning process.
And that's the crux of education today. We have made young people passive consumers of prefabricated content. But we don't give them that agency, the capacity to do things, to mobilize their cognitive, social, emotional resources, to build that agency and that co-agency. We never live in isolation. We always do things in interaction.
Amazing engagement from students. When they're able to use a video game in school, they're suddenly more interested. They're spending more time in their schoolwork. It's different from the typical way that they're assigned work in school. And so there's more curiosity, and they often go deeper in the learning.
Linking all their presentations on creativity, Information and Culture Minister Lai Mohammed says Nigeria is on the right path, growing the creative industry since the present administration came into power.
Because be it technology or science, they are only tools. Content is king, and that is one area we should put a lot of emphasis on. And that makes me, quite glad to see that going back, we have been doing the right thing in Nigeria. It's now an economy on its own, bigger than most other economies. The federal government approved a loan of $170 million US, which is part of $618 million from AFDB. The $170 million is the grant from AFDB, which will be used to promote the creative industry.
A fully integrated youth program was also included in the summit as a way of listening to extraordinary young artists and cultural leaders sharing their vision for the future in Edinburgh, Scotland. Anthony Forson, NTA News.
And the United Nations independent expert on the enjoyment of all human rights by all the persons, Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights, Geneva, Dr. Claudia Mahler, will be visiting Nigeria from Monday, August 29 to September 9. The visit is based on Nigeria's leading role and political commitment to policy and legislative actions that are progressively strengthening the protection of the rights of older persons. A statement by the head Corporate Affairs, Media and Communications of the National Senior Citizens Center, Omini Oden, indicates that the National Senior Citizens Center Agency on Aging will coordinate with Dr. Claudia Mala on her agenda while in Nigeria to address the rights of older people, those in detention and other vulnerable groups in the country. The visit is also to address the implementation of national, regional and international standards relevant to the rights of the older persons and promotion of best practices relating to the protection of these rights, as well as investigate and report on development challenges and protection gaps in the realization of the rights of older persons, and also to make related recommendations. The 34th session of the Nigeria-Cameroon Mixed Commission on Permanent Resolution of their Boundary Disputes has ended in Abuja with key decisions taken towards resolving other areas of dispute by the two countries. The Mixed Commission says it will continue to work closely with the United Nations, EU, International Court of Justice, demarcation and technical team to identify and recommend implementation of the trans-border infrastructure projects to enhance economic cooperation and integration of the two countries. The Mixed Commission notes the continued support of the European Union for sustainable development, livelihood and social cohesion of border communities, efforts to maintain peace by the United Kingdom, Canada and the government of Nigeria and Cameroon. It has also taken note of the revised budget for the demarcation exercise and remaining activities by the technical team. Additional 322 pillars in the Atlantica Mountains, the communique says, have been constructed, while security around the border has also been reinforced. Preparations for the construction of pillars in Lot 7 by the project and technical steering committees have also been duly taken into consideration by the Mixed Commission. The 35th session will be held in Yaoundé at a date to be announced. The Nigerian Army has officially handed over 2 dismissed soldiers to Yobe State Police Command for criminal prosecution over alleged murder of a renowned Yobe cleric, Goni Aisami. Yunusa Suleiman tells us more.
The handing over of the 2 suspects to the Yobe State Police Command is in fulfillment of an earlier pledge by the Nigerian Army after it had found the suspects guilty and handed them reduction of ranks from lance corporals to privates and dismissed regiments.
What you just witnessed here is the official handover of the dismissed regiments to the Nigerian Police Yobe State Command for them to face civil prosecution in the court of law.
The police say John Gabriel and his co-partner Adamu Gideon, alleged to have murdered Sheikh Goni Aisami, will be charged to court for armed robbery and culpable homicide upon completion of investigation. Observers are of the view that this development further demonstrated a workable interagency synergy among security agencies in their zero-tolerance policy against crime and criminality in the state and the country at large. In the matter, Yunusa Suleiman, NTA News.
And vandalism of critical national assets is impacting negatively on the nation's economy. And to curb this unpatriotic act, a summit on anti-vandalism between security agencies and civil society organizations is holding here in Abuja, and our correspondent Chimdema Ndubisi was there.
That manhole was open, so the tire of my car ran into it. I had a crack on the rim. The tire was swollen, so I had to change it.
Olayemi there, narrating his experience with vandalized manholes. It's not just manhole that is targeted by vandals. Telecommunications operators report fiber cuts, inverter batteries, generators and diesel theft, contributing to unfriendly network connectivity occurring most times. The power sector is not left out in this onslaught, let alone the oil and gas industry, losing about 200,000 barrels of crude oil daily. All these have financial, health and environmental implications that scare investors away. So, here, a meeting of think tank forming a pool of ideas to come up with a lasting solution to vandalism.
Citizens will therefore contribute their quota to improve the security of energy infrastructure by reporting suspicious activities around such infrastructure.
Members of respective communities must guard against the destruction of telecoms infrastructure and also naming and shaming those caught in the act.
We are training and retraining to make sure that there is peace.
We have also suggesting to government on the need to establish a national infrastructure trust fund to protect and maintain this infrastructure.
Engaging youths in meaningful ventures, especially in the ICT sector, that presents huge job opportunities and prompt response of security agencies to reports of vandalism are possible solutions suggested at this summit. In Abuja, Chimdema Ndubisi, NTA News.
A Nigeria policy hackathon is engaging students on national issues through debate organized in Abuja for active involvement of youths in politics and policy making to build a progressive Nigeria. Ekene Ndulue.
The most troubling part of this inequality is gender inequality, youth inequality.
Nigeria is a country with diverse ethnic groups.
They are no longer taking a backseat, and they want their voices to be heard. Nigeria Policy Hackathon has provided the platform for students from various states across the country to debate on various issues of national interest. Youth participation in politics, gender sensitivity, foreign policy, and climate change dominated discussions as the youths advocated greater inclusivity of young people in policy making.
We should go out, we should vote, we should sensitize others, we should be involved in politics. We don't have to leave it for just the leaders. We have to do something for ourselves, so we have to do something for our society, we have to do something for our community.
For the organizers, the debate is designed to educate and engage youths on issues around policy making.
A hackathon is where you crowdsource ideas. So we wanted to use this approach, the hackathon approach, to crowdsource policy ideas from young people across the country, and using that model to also impact on their knowledge on policies.
Riding on the slogan, "Change begins with me," these students believe individual contributions will go a long way in achieving the Nigeria of their dreams. Ekene Ndulue, NTA News.
And in other stories, the federal government, through the Ministry of Agriculture, has introduced a new agricultural policy tagged National Agricultural Technology and Innovation Policy, NATIP. Consequently, the United States of America has also pledged to support the initiative with $55 million. Musa Aliu reports.
The policy is a 6-year strategy to be implemented between 2022 and 2027 with a view to introducing innovation and technology in agricultural activities in the country. The policy is expected to further increase resilience in digital agriculture, thereby promoting potential value chains and agricultural investment. The documents also cover the cross-cutting areas of digital and climate-smart agriculture, rural infrastructural development, nutrition and export standardization. Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development Mohammed Mahmoud Abubakar made public the policy documents.
The implementation strategy of the policy has outlined clear responsibilities and roles among the national, state, and local government actors, with clear indicators and timelines for robust and collective tracking of progress throughout the period of implementing the policy.
Deputy Mission Director, United Nations Agency for International Development, USAID, Sarah Weth, said the policy direction of the Nigerian government is coming at a critical time. A time, she said, Nigeria and indeed the world were facing the worst food security crisis ever experienced in years.
We will provide direct food assistance in areas with high levels of acute food insecurity and to those experience greater vulnerability to price shocks. Second, we will target the agriculture sector by promoting better practices supporting agribusinesses, reducing food loss, and supporting social protection and safety nets for smallholder farmers.
Our present concern is to mobilize stakeholders towards deploying needed human and material resources through budgetary provisions and development interventions so as to steadily actualize the 10 thematic areas that the policy outlined.
The vision of the federal government is to create a synergy with stakeholders and also align knowledge as well as transfer rapid mechanization, establishment of agricultural development fund, extension service delivery, revitalization, and livestock development. Musa Aliyu, NTA News.
Now, for some days now, it has been a nightmare experience for motorists along Sele-Ijesha Rainbow, that's a section of the Akpakpa-Oshodi-Woronshoki Expressway, following an unyielding gridlock. Correspondent Adini Taiwo says that motorists plying the route are counting down, eagerly awaiting the day that ongoing rehabilitation work on that highway will be completed for total relief.
2018, when work began on 3 sections of the Apapa-Oshodi-Woronshoki Expressway, the corridor, constructed with flexible pavement, was the captive of incessant gridlock that sometimes stretched for kilometers from Tinkan Port towards Mile 2. Already completed with concrete pavement, sections 1, 3 and 4 now enjoy better traffic, leaving only section 2 that was awarded later in 2020. They move at the speed of snail, an inch at a time. A whole lot of patience, their virtue.
These are the 2 sides of First Rainbow, a bus stop along the 8.2 kilometer stretch that make up section 2 of Apapa-Oshodi-Woronshoki Expressway. On this side of the road, we have rehabilitation work ongoing, while on the other side, we have motorists who are paying the price of development.
Just from Ijesha, I've not been able to get to Sonya for the past 3 to 4 hours now. And I'm doing transport business.
Look at the road. Somebody will leave his house for like how many hours and will be sleeping on the road. And you have business to do.
By the time they finish the construction of that road, I'm very, very sure haulage and every other doing business in Apapa will be an easy-going thing.
But averagely, we'll say we've done like 3 kilometers, which is around...
At 30% completion, attention is on the main carriageway inbound Apapa, with traffic diverted to the service lane for motorists heading towards the nation's ports.
So while we are doing that, Lagos government is also working on their own bridge there. But the Apapa-Oshodi Expressway is a federal road project. So that is the major bottleneck there.
What is certain is that a long-lasting relief is on the way as this ongoing construction is set to be completed soon. Adeni Taiwo, NTA.
Patience is always a virtue, Adini. Now let's take you to Jigawa State, where reports indicate that a bridge near Birinkudu along the old Kano-Maiduguri Federal Highway has collapsed as a result of heavy flooding, with rivers in the corridor overflowing their banks. The situation has forced motorists flying to and from Kano from all the northeastern states to look for alternative routes to reach their destination. Meanwhile, officials of the Federal Ministry of Works have visited the collapsed bridge for immediate assessment on the next line of action. Abdullahi Birinkudu reports that the second bridge to collapse along the road due to the heavy and torrential rains being experienced this raining season. And the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, has unveiled new strategic communications digital push that has the capacity for video and audio communications that can be used for monitoring and assessing disasters in operations fields. Director General of the agency, Mustafa Habib Ahmed, says the agency can now communicate effectively with frontline respondents and command centers. Ilyasu Yakubu reports.
According to the technical expert, the new communication gadget is a high-terror emergency solution to ensure secured wireless link to enable frontline responders to communicate with command centers. It can also function flexibly as walkie-talkies, Android smartphones, and local theaters of operation across unlimited distance in terms of range. The Director General of the agency said the command center can communicate with officers on the field for assessment on disasters. He said the gadget can also facilitate rapid deployment during emergencies, as well as install GPS for fast tracking and retrieval of messages in the event of loss.
We have normal radio usage, and then we have smartphone usage for this. So that means you can communicate by text messages, you can communicate by audio calls, you can also communicate by tutorials, sending pictures. You can also communicate by video live stream of what is happening in the field.
While congratulating staff of the agency, the DG NEMA enjoined them to take full advantage of the new gadget for optimum performance. In Abuja, Ilyasu Yakubu, NTA News.
Now, it requires courage for a politician not seeking re-election to undertake empowerment and skills acquisition training worth millions of naira for people of his constituency. Did I hear you say, wow? Exactly what happened. And it was a demonstration of political will by 3 times member representing Safana Bashari and Musa Federal Constituency in Katsina State, Ahmed Safana. Shewa Damo captured the distribution of 60,000 naira each as empowerment to over 1,000 beneficiaries.
The distribution of 60,000 naira cash as empowerment to over 1,000 beneficiaries from Safanabas Aridan Musa Federal Constituency in Katsina State, undertaken by a member representing the area at the House of Representatives, Ahmed Dayebu Safana, is aimed at encouraging the beneficiaries to become self-reliant due to the bandit activities preventing the people of the area from farming, which is their main occupation. The beneficiaries were also trained on skills acquisition in poultry, soap making and tailoring, among others.
Very important to us as we are going to enlarge our business.
We pray to Allah to reward the member abundantly.
Ahmed Dayebu Safana said the gesture is part of his constituency project targeting youth, women, the old and people with special needs.
We came with this arrangement because we thought this is the only way we can help him. We tried to compel him to seek re-election, but refused. He is the only one that knew the reason for his decision.
Former Secretary to Katsina State Government Dr. Mustafa Muhammad Inwa and other speakers commended the courage and resilience of Ahmed Dayebu Safana.
Congratulate the convener of this gathering, Honorable Ahmed Dayebu Safana, to deliver the well wishes of first myself as his friend, then the government and people of Katsina State.
As you knew, this gesture is neither the first nor the third.
Adamu Chiroma is the representative of the Center for Management Development, which conducted the skills acquisition training to the beneficiaries. For the family of the member representing Safanabas Aridan Musa Federal Constituency, the gesture has not only brought succor to the beneficiaries, but an indication of concern to the welfare of the people at the grassroots.
All right, let's bring you another interesting story. Now, 90 years on Earth is certainly a milestone worth celebrating. And color purple, which signifies wisdom, dignity, independence, and creativity, best captures Mama Benis Olaume Ifaturoti, who clocked 90 and authored her own biography, Daughter of Grace. Adiola Kamea-Kere reports that the Minister of Interior, Rauf Aregbesola, joined other dignitaries to celebrate the nonagenarian in Lagos.
At a time when the current life expectancy in Nigeria is said to be 55 years, it is therefore not a surprise that the children of Assistant Pastor Benis Ifaturoti and her well-wishers converged to celebrate her in a special way. The book reviewer, Abimbola Olakunle, said selflessness is second nature of the author and the book will inspire others.
It contains 10 short but truly engaging chapters in which she described a very remarkable experience.
While many may not see writing as a walk in the park, it was indeed leisurely for Mama as related by her children.
When I asked her, I just saw that she was writing a lot of pieces of things, a lot of things. When I asked her, she said that she just wants, when she's gone, that she wants people to know a lot about her. That's always amazed us that these are concrete things. These are her true life. It's like a bestseller.
For giving her longevity, 90 years is a mature age that very few are privileged to attain.
I know she's a prayer warrior, and I'm praying to God that God blesses her more.
She's detailed and she remembers dates and figures.
Minister of Interior, Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola, congratulated Mama Bernice Ifaturoti on her 90th birthday.
And I have said in some quarters that you only get human beings of worth if their mothers are great.
Assistant Pastor Bernice Ifaturoti could only give thanks to God for bringing her this far. She also speaks on her 134-page book, which she dedicated to her loving husband of blessed memory.
People who are coming behind, and even my children, they know about me very well. My husband, my everything. So I started writing.
Mama Bernice hails from Ilesha, Osun State. She is the mother of former Executive Director Marketing of the NTA, Mrs. Adenike Olufade. In Lagos, Adeola Komiakere, NTA News.
Splendid. Mama is indeed a daughter of grace. Let's take you to sports now. And Nigeria Sporting Authority has been urged to immortalize the late Etubong Oyo, known as Mr. Football, for the indelible contribution to the advancement of football in the country and Africa at large. Now, this was brought to the fore at the memorial and posthumous centenary birthday of Oyo held in Calabar. Odeyelenyo was at a football gathering and reports now.
State has been known for first in almost every aspect of the Nigerian nation, including the state where the first football was played and the state where the first executive committee member of FIFA and CAF, Etubong Oyo, hailed from. It is against this background that sport enthusiasts are calling for the immortalization of the football legends known then as Mr. Football to encourage other sportsmen and women in Nigeria.
Naturally, people are gifted in one form or the other, and they should be honored and respected. So we still look forward to that there should be a change of attitude.
Let them have the political will to do what they promised they were going to do. That because you see that the man is deserved to be immortalized.
The Nigerian Football Federation recalled the landmark contribution of the late Etubong Oyo and assured that his sacrifice to the upliftment of football game in Africa and Nigeria will not be forgotten.
The truth remains that the late Etubong Oyo was actually the foundation of football in Nigeria.
The posthumous events features church service, the unveiling of the tomb of the late Etubong Oyo, and launching of an essay book on Mr. Football. The late Etubong Oyo was born on the 27th of August 1922. He cut his teeth in the football career in 1937 and retired from active football in 1950, where he became the first and longest-serving secretary of NFA and first Nigerian to bag the FIFA and CAF Merit Awards. In Calabar, Odeyelenyo, NTA News.
And Cynthia Ogun has more on sports update.
We begin with football, where Nigeria's Super Eagles Team B lost the first leg of their 2023 Championship of African Nations qualifier against arch rivals Ghana 2-0 at the Cape Coast Stadium on Sunday. The Black Galaxies opened scoring second half after the first half ended goalless. Nigeria will now be looking to redeem the defeat when they host Ghana at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium, Abuja, September 3. Still on football, the English Premier League matches decided Sunday. West Ham were the better side, beating Aston Villa at Villa Park by 1-0 to claim 3 points, as Newcastle came from a goal down to draw Wolves 1-1, while Tottenham beat Nottingham Forest at home by 2-0. The chances of Nigeria's national men's basketball team, the Tigers, to qualify for the next FIBA World Cup became slimmer as they lost to Angola on Sunday in Group E FIBA World Cup qualifier encounter. The Tigers fell 67-70 to remain in fourth position with 10 points, 6 adrift Angola, who are second on the table. And finally, Andy Murray is still unsure why he is cramping in matches after results of sweat tests at the US Open did not indicate a serious issue. Former world number 1 Andy Murray has regularly suffered from cramps during the North American hard-court swing, with the most recent in his defeat by fellow Briton Cameron Norrie in Cincinnati. Meanwhile, ahead of the US Open, which starts Monday, Serena Williams will play alongside older sister Venus in the US Open doubles in what will be the final tournament of her career. The Williams sisters have won 14 major double titles and 3 Olympic gold medals together. With Sports Update, Cynthia Ogun, NTA News.
And President Muhammadu Buhari expresses sadness at the demise of Muazu Muhammadu Kwairanga III, the first-class emir of Nakai, who died in his sleep on Saturday in Bajoga, Gombe State. In a message to the family of the deceased, the government and people of Gombe, President Buhari described the deceased as the most committed and most articulate advocate of the less privileged, who endeared himself to many with his politeness, kindness, and commitment to the well-being of his people. And that's the news from Abuja. Newsline will be back presently with Jennifer Igwe in Lagos. But first, these commercials. Good evening.
Where is Glory? Excuse me, ma'am.
Where Glow now?
They're here. Glow don't go village. Tell all our customer abi. Everybody pay attention. See, now Glow dedicated 10x. Now him I they take tension my customers. Now they dash me 10 times the credits when I load. Or even summer me double data join.
Little. So with 1.5 when they give on the box, so you they enjoy up to
15,000 naira credit and data. And I say I never finish you. See, I say we enjoy. When I join Glow dedicated 10x. When I go get 1,000 naira welcome credits, you just carry your phone, dial *777#. Really? Glow, you don't win.
Una still dey here. Hello, please, I'm looking for Glow. Please said now Glow be dey fine. Now Glow be dey go. Okay, so
enjoy 10 times the value of your recharge on Glow Berekete 10X. You also get 1,000 naira for calls and data and double data bonus on your subscription.
The Federal Ministry of Health and National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, in collaboration with partners, are commencing vaccination of children from 6 weeks of age against diarrhea caused by rotavirus from 22nd August 2022. The first dose of rota vaccine should be given to children at 6 weeks of age, second dose at 10 weeks, and the third dose at 14 weeks for full protection against diarrhea. The virus can cause severe watery diarrhea, vomiting, fever, and abdominal pain. Children who get diarrhea can become dehydrated and may need to be hospitalized. Caregivers with children under 1 year should visit the nearest health facility in their community to have their children vaccinated with 3 doses of oral rota vaccine. Protect your child now with rota and other vaccines against childhood killer diseases. Rota vaccine and all other vaccines are safe, effective, and free. For further inquiries, call 0700-220-1122. This message is from the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency with support from partners.
Fight that for night.
Niger, 60 years of comfort. Quality is vital, is vital. Quality is vital, vital for sure. It's vital, it's vital. Thank you for all the joy, memories of comfort.
Vitafilm is proudly Nigerian and constantly support Nigerians with consistent quality products for comfort and well-being. With Vitafilm, you don't just sleep. We give you the comfort that gets you recharged. Vitafilm, the fine art of living.
Afe Babalola University Advocacy ranked as #1 in Nigeria and one of the 300 to 400 best in the world. Courtesy Times Higher Education Ranking welcomes applications for 2022-2023 admissions into postgraduate programs, full-time and part-time. Admission available in 88 NUC accredited programs, PGD, Masters and PhD in the colleges of Engineering, Law, Medicine, Health Sciences and Social and Management Sciences. Application form may be filled, downloaded or obtained in the Postgraduate College, Abuja, or at Emmanuel Chambers, Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, Ibadan, and Montessori International School. Worry documents supporting application should be addressed to Secretary, College of Postgraduate Studies, Abuja. Email pgcollege@abuja.edu.ng. Website www.abuja.edu.ng. Telephone 070-323-66407.
Abuja, a vision in action.
His Excellency Nyesom Ezenwo-Wike, CON, GSSRS, POS Africa, Governor of Rivers State, cordially invites the general public to the flag-off of the construction of internal roads in Enaka Town in Obiakpo local government area of Rivers State. This is in furtherance of the policy thrust of the Wike's administration towards the provision of good road network that would advance socio-economic activities of rural communities. The project will be flagged off by His Excellency Nyesom Ezenwo-Wike, Governor of Rivers State, on Monday, 29th August 2022 at 11 a.m. All invitees must adhere to COVID-19 protocol. You welcome all invited guests. Announcer Kelvin Ebiri, Special Assistant on Media to the Governor of Rivers State.
Everyone loves Jara, and every pack of Maggie Star 100 cubes now comes with 5 extra Maggie cubes just for you. Look out for the new Maggie Star pack to get your own Jara inside. Maggie, cook the difference.
Welcome back. Nigeria has gained more recognition in the Christendom and the world over with the inauguration of Bishop Peter Opaleke as a cardinal by the Catholic Pontiff Pope Francis, bringing the number of cardinals from Nigeria to 5. Many have described the development as a true reflection of the hand of God. Ngozi Okafor tells us more.
Cardinal is a senior member of a Catholic church immediately behind the Pope in the order of precedence. Before the appointment of Bishop Peter Opaleke as a cardinal nominee, John Cardinal Onaikan, Anthony Cardinal Okoje, Francis Cardinal Arinze, and the late Dominic Cardinal Ekandem were the 4 that came from Nigeria. Nigeria's Opaleke as one of the 2 nominees from Africa out of 19 others. Many say it is a pointer to more good things to come.
We are taking our position gradually in the international community. It shows that really that we're doing something and the world is taking note of that.
He has written our names on the global map.
Just like in the athletic field, if a Nigerian scores a goal, it's joy to all Nigerians.
Patience and time, they say, are the 2 most powerful warriors, considering the twist of fate that followed the bishop's position since his priestly ordination. He was rejected as Bishop of Ahara Diocese. As Providence would have it, he was made the Bishop of Ekulobia, a newly created diocese in Anambra State. Patiently and humbly, he took the offer. Today, he has risen to the position of a cardinal.
I saw the hand of God in what happened.
Because one of my favorite passages in the scriptures is Romans chapter 8, verse 28. For those who love God, all things work unto good. Never for one day did I sit down or kneel down or to do whatever to say, God, please help me to be a bishop or a cardinal. I never imagined that. But today it happened.
If God doesn't reject you, then anybody's rejection is null.
A good thing has come out of Nazareth. So we thank God for that.
We are looking up to a fact when he becomes the first black pope.
To whom much is given, much is expected.
And then special wisdom he has, and we are proud of it.
He's down to earth and he knows his onions.
He should go beyond that humility that he exercised that Ahia Diocese to relate every other character that shows up then.
How does it feel to belong to the elite group of Catholic hierarchy?
I see more the grace of God giving me opportunity to continue to serve, to continue to pray for this country, and to make my own little contribution in different ways.
59-year-old Bishop Peter Ebelechukwu Okpaleke is due for inauguration alongside all the nominees who will be receiving the Red Hat and other regalia from the Holy Father in Rome this August. A clear reflection of the fact that God's time is the best.
I like the part where she said a black pope someday. That would be very nice. And indeed, all things work together for good for those who love the Lord. Now, we're going to fashion. Fashion, although dynamic, is part of human existence and has always placed much premium on, and most people have always placed premium on how they look, particularly women. It has been observed in recent times that wearing tinted hair in different shades and shapes among female folks has become the trend, and it cuts across age groups. Sandra Akeme, in her inquisitive nature, went to the streets of Makurdi to unravel the driving force behind this fashion.
There is an adage that says, you are addressed the way you are dressed. This means that the society lays emphasis on one's appearance, which men and women always strive to look good. However, some dressing and appearances are also tied to one's profession, such as musicians and footballers, while others copy dressing of celebrities or people they admire as role models. The common trend now is the hair tinting, a subtle touch of color that can brighten even the most boring looking hair or person. They come in various colors such as oxblood, gold, blue, brown, just to mention a few. For the male folk, changing the color of their hair is a normal thing, just like the way one changes his or her clothes. While for the ladies, striving to look colorful in clothing styles, cosmetics and nail polishes, it's same way with their hair.
Most people like to go with fashion. Even the young, the old, you find very old people coloring their hair, but I think it's a matter of choice.
Some other persons know how to use the blend on it, but other people don't get it. They just want to like, I've seen this person done this, I've seen this celebrity done this, I want to be like them, I want to just dye my hair for no good reasons. But me, I prefer just being natural actually.
Me coloring my hair is not that, I just love doing it, just part of life, so it makes me feel happy.
But I love tinting, and at times I used to stand out. I think this hair makes me stand out in a group. If you spray it like this and you start from far, someone can like see it weak and they drag attention.
Yes. From my research is it depends on how you do it. There are chemicals that are more harmful and some have just a little damage.
Whether you are coloring your hair for the purpose of experimenting or a chosen style, or just for the feeling that comes with it, one must take certain things into consideration to get the desired results. A beautician explains further.
When your client consults you for the particular colors, you advise the person which particular color will fit her or him. But if there is a specific color the person has in mind, you can go with it. Then talking about coloring, when in coloring you have to bleach. That's what we call bleaching. There are some hairs that once you apply the color, there's no how it will catch until you bleach it.
It is often said for whatever that has an advantage also has a disadvantage. As medical studies says, coloring of hair could cause loss of hair strength among others. This is due to the chemical components contained in some hair dyes.
Coloring the hair is also a form of expression. Just the way you do your dark dye, that's how women also opt for the gold color. And I'm not going to say why some women tint their hair. It's a secret, so let's leave it there. Now, tribalism and religious sentiments have variously been described as the bane of governance in Nigeria. Perhaps this informs the storyline in the movie The Pledge by Uchenna Simon to address the perennial issues. Putua Mila was at the private screening of the movie in Abuja.
It was an astonishing evening as friends and family gathered to watch the introductory and private screening of the Nollywood movie The Pledge, produced by Uchenna Simon, popularly known as Prince Yuse Ngawa, while Paul Apel Papel directed the film. The movie is yet to hit the cinemas. The private screening had some A-class guests like the Director General National Orientation Agency, Garba Abari, and other dignitaries represented.
How did this country get to this point? You need to follow with some of these communities. You will move to tears with the state of the people. Yet, our leaders are living large.
The movie is about seeking to foster national unity, peaceful coexistence, and the spirit of brotherhood.
We've come to the point where peace, unity, and progress of this country is our paramount concern.
Director General National Orientation Agency Garba Abari, pleased with the movie, urged Nigerian youths to preach patriotism and nationalism in their words and actions.
For our approach, a lesson for nation building and what we require at a time like this to integrate this country into a united, indissoluble, indivisible country.
Producer of the movie Uchenna Simon said, the film is aimed at preaching peaceful coexistence and repositioning the mindset of Nigerians.
As Nigerians, as people that want national unity, national development, it's a national development project for me. And I feel this will be actually a quota that I should contribute to my nation as well.
This film is just in time for us to learn from it and enjoy the drama in it. Of course, learn from the message we're trying to pass. And if that will mold the society for us, that's what we're looking forward to.
Friends and well-wishers didn't hold back in expressing what they think about the movie and the message it sends.
I know that Nigerians, we've gone a long way in showcasing our traditions and our cultural heritage, and this will really show that really we are on ground.
I was expecting less, but when I came, it blew my mind.
Wow.
And the level of production and the standard of production is what we need in Nigeria.
The movie, which stars world-class actors and actresses, was carefully scripted and ultimately delivered to showcase the urgent need for peaceful coexistence amongst Nigerians.
Storyline indeed. Now to Kogi's biggest and oldest market. Now, what is it about it? Imagine this picture: a giant in shackles and on bended knees, struggling to rise, swaying with its massive stature and towering over all else. Day, one of the oldest and biggest in Kogi State. It can be likened to a giant, fast losing strength and viability, and held down by failure to transit to modern demand. Ajibola Christopher tells us more.
Girinya, a suburb in Kogi local government area of Kogi State, are predominantly farmers producing a variety of agricultural produce. Girinya, meaning a large market, is an open market where people from various parts of the community, neighboring state, including the Federal Capital Territory, come to buy and sell foodstuffs like rice, cassava flour, guinea corn, fish, and other food items in large quantity and relatively affordable price.
The fish, the Grinya is the headquarters of the fish. If it is dry one, you get it from Grinya. If it is fresh one, you get from Grinya.
I'm from Abuja, so I came here to come and buy food stock. From my side, the thing is very costly. That is why I'm here to come and buy rice here. Their rice is very fine.
From Kaduna or Kanu, to come buy fish for here. We have our laborers dropping load. You can see them taking it from the canoe down to the upstairs. Then after this one, and then we sell to the marketer who are coming from Abuja. It comes from Nasarawa, even at Onitsha. They come and buy this paddy rice.
Unfortunately, the market with its economic potentials lacks structures found in modern markets.
In terms of economic, we are good farmers here, and we are very good in producing rice.
The traditional ruler of Grinya Kingdom, Alhaji Mohammed Ganaguda Momo, is lending his voice to the government to encourage and support the farmers, boost the sale of the agricultural product.
We have a large market, not even large, but the largest market in Kogi State, getting every 5 days.
By Grinya. So the market, what we want now is that the one government to please come to our aid, to come and give a modern market, because this is a market that fits almost Kogi State in terms of rice, fish. As you all know, everybody will say Grinya, Grinya, Grinya. It's all about rice and fish because we are fishermen and we are farmers.
Grinya community has border with Niger State, and the market popularly keeps attracting buyers by land and water from different parts of the country.
Now, we should not forget that what we consider as local markets have very important economic benefits and cultural values. So we have to be very strategic when we are dealing with how to organize them. So we'll take a break now. Newsline will continue shortly. Stay with us.
Today, life presents hopes, dreams, and challenges. Challenges that can become successes with a little help. Because a little help can empower you to go from despair to celebration. A little help can keep you going until the race is won. A little help can turn bundles of anxiety into a bundle of joy. And with Glow Data, you get much more than just a little help. You get the biggest data deals in town to make every day glow with small wins and big wins. Dial *777# to select your Glow Data plan.
Introducing Jado Cooking Oil, a quality cooking oil for tasty and sumptuous meals made with 100% pure soya. It is rich in cooking, fortified with essential vitamins needed for the nourishment of the body. Jado Cooking Oil comes in different sizes ranging from 1 liter, 3 liters, 5 liters, 10 liters, 25 liters, and also in a sachet. Jado Cooking Oil is available in any supermarket nearest to you. To order now, call 0903. Visit our website www.jadooil.ng. Jado Cooking Oil, quality oil for tasty meals.
Ooh, this food is delicious. Can I have my bitters now?
Okay.
What is this? Is this my bottle of bitters?
Yes. Any problem?
Any problem? No. I'm not going to take them. I want my yo-yo bitters now.
Darling, but that is bitter.
Look. Let me tell you. Yo-yo bitters is unique in formulation and effective in action. So,
Take this funny stuff away and get me my yo-yo bitters now.
Yo-yo bitters is naturally enriched with ingredients that flushes out the body impurities, tackles waist pain, and resolves constipation. It is also fortified with vitamins. Yo-yo bitters boosts your body immunity against diseases and free radicals.
Because it is different in formula and action, I don't accept substitute.
Yo-yo bitters, clean inside.
One of the reasons why I started Munira, I wanted to make people feel good about what they were. I lost my dad in 2008.
The day when the man died, I don't want to remember. School fees gone, the adults.
I remember the night I told my mom I had gotten the scholarship. It was midnight. I went to the room, I woke her up and I said, I've gotten a scholarship.
So happy. Neighbor week.
The tagline for the YEDP program was "Turn It Up." The funding has helped me turn my dream on. My ambition is to be successful, impact lives, and generally just make people happy.
How would it sound when you wake up one day and there's no country? Only chaos, confusion, bloodshed. No. We must stand for our nation. We must also stand for the armed forces. Our prayers, our validation of their efforts is what they need, which we must strive to give them as patriotic citizens. Together, we are stronger. One nation, one armed forces, one people, our Nigeria.
All I do is win. I wake up, I win. I close my eyes, and I win. Keep up on me, come on, let's go. Keeping it to the world, stop it. Independent women, come on, now let's get it. I'ma keeping it to the world, stop.
Wow, you look great. Did you just figure this out? Darling superstar, great that takes a long fresh no matter what.
Welcome back. The 2022 15th edition of the International Art, it was certainly a colorful and captivating. Oyinaya Kalo was there for Newsline.
The city of Abuja came alive for the 3-day International Expo. Unique and rich cultural collections with deep messages were on display.
To the world that we have something, we have potentials, we can let the whole world know about it.
It's great and enabling environment for us to create job for ourselves and make money without waiting for any government officials to employ you.
It has assisted us to expose what we have.
With more than 30 countries, it was a harvest of increasing global relevance and wider international participation.
You see here, all the fabrics, which is handloom fabric, is showcased here. Everything is locally made.
It's very diverse. There's people from all walks of life, so many African countries, so it's very rich.
Each day was packed with activities. The skills acquisition training had more beneficiaries this year of about 350 women and youths learning bead making, weaving, tailoring, makeup, and many other skills for free.
She taught us how to bead slippers and how to do beaded necklace. I can use this to make money.
The investment forum focused on the importance of culture, peace, and national development.
No human society can exist without a viable art and craft culture.
It was a platform to build friendship, share ideas, and explore opportunities at international level.
It's a nice event that showcases the very power of culture and arts and crafts for uniting people from all over the world.
It's an opportunity to strengthen and to coordinate more and more our bilateral relationship, and also to expand our relations with other countries.
Director General, National Council for Arts and Culture, and the President, World Crafts Council, African Region, Olusegun Roshewe, said besides using the expo to better project Nigerians' arts and crafts, it was also meant to promote cultural exchange program and improve inter-country collaboration in music, arts, and drama.
To open a network for ordinary Nigerian artisans to network with the whole world. You can imagine the number of ambassadors here. It's for all Nigerians to speak for themselves and tell our story, the true story of Nigeria. If somebody tells you Nigeria is not peaceful, it's not safe, but look at the comments of all the ambassadors. So we need to sustain our image as a people, not other people telling our story.
With colorful presentations from Nigeria and other countries, participants say they can't wait for the 2023 edition of the International Arts and Crafts Expo.
We have a rich cultural heritage to show off anytime. Now, still talking on culture, Yam Festival is often celebrated in most southern states in Nigeria as the chief food crop. For Mbube people of Ogoja local government area of Crotage, Oba Hyacinth captured the sights and sounds of the yearly festival and has it for us.
The Yam Festival, which is an annual event, afforded the people a platform for reunion as family members and friends within and outside Nigeria attended the festival that featured various cultural displays.
Display their talent and where they look best.
Wonderful. Happy New Year, as we normally say. They should enjoy themselves. They have toiled for it in the last 9 months.
Because of the importance of farming and towards supporting government effort in boosting cultivation of crops for food security and encouraging farmers. For this year's Mbube Yam Festival, Guinness trademark was on hand to add color to the ceremony, since the brand believes Nigerians should glue to their cultural heritage.
You can see me with a Guinness. I feel great. Feel elected. I feel as if I've been transported to the high heavens. Today is a very great day for the people of Mbube.
We appreciate the organizers for bringing in Guinness.
And we are very grateful to Guinness Nigeria for sponsoring the activities, as you can see. They are everywhere in terms of branding and to promote our cultural heritage. I feel so happy.
The festival is a festival for the people of Cross River. So Guinness is coming to empower, to support them, and just bringing that life, that elevated experience to this event. So with the premium brandings you've seen here, we brought Inyanya today just to tell back the story because he's from Cross River.
It was a day all parents look forward to. The day they will give out their children in marriage. It was a scene of joy and happiness as people from all walks of life converged on low-cost Jumat Mosque, Dara, to witness the wedding fatia of Miriam Lawal Dara, daughter of the former DSS boss. Sani Basiru captured the grand ceremony and filed this report.
The wedding fatia was presided by the Deputy Imam, low-cost Jumat Mosque, Mala Abdul Qadir Ibrahim, after the payment of 100,000 naira as dowry and as well completing other religious obligations. Friends and well-wishers of the former DSS boss, who congratulated the couple, charged them to live in peace with one another.
Patience is very, very important. They have to persevere. Individuals have differences in character, so they all have to accommodate each other.
So on behalf of the NTA family, we wish the couple a happy and blissful marital life. So actually, the wedding was very superb.
Other relatives of the couple are visibly overjoyed with the moment.
I will pray for a very peaceful coexistence between the couple, and then of course show appreciation to all that gathered, friends, relations.
Very happy today, and we are always thanking God for giving us the opportunity to give them out for marriage.
I wish the couple a happy, blessed marriage life.
Patience and God fear are the bedrock of every marriage, every successful marriage.
We're really excited and we're happy for her.
For the couple,
I'm looking forward to, continuing to having a companion, continuing to having a friend, continuing to having, a loving person that I saw for the first time, and then, today she's become the love of my life, inshallah.
I feel so happy. Alhamdulillah. All thanks to Allah for allowing us to witness this day.
Earlier, a traditional kamu of the bride was conducted.
We wish them the very best. Now to another love story. They met 3 years ago through a mutual friend in the United Kingdom. Emanuela was very sure Christian Elemele was her dream man the very moment she set her eyes on him. So when he proposed, Emanuela wasted no time to say yes. Emanuela and Christian have made their relationship official in an elaborate wedding in Lagos. Annie Daniels will tell us more.
The wedding between Emanuela Ikem from Delta State and Christian Elemele from Oba Egbe Mandoni local government area of Rivers State can best be described as a mini carnival of sorts.
He was such a sweet person. I knew that we'll get on really well. So it was a no-brainer when he approached me.
She's very kind, very caring, very intelligent. One of the most intelligent people I've ever met. And I love her so much for her, her beauty inside and out.
The decorations in this hall depicts love, peace and unity, and that is the wish of everyone here for these lovebirds.
We are going to see their children. In the name of Jesus, Lord Makata, we put them in your hands. That which is put in your hands, you take care.
The event had all the trappings of a traditional wedding, and the couple took guests through their first public assignment. And their elated parents couldn't wish the couple less joy.
When you train a child to the age of getting married, every parent is something that we have to be proud of, because many will not live to see their children get married. So I am just very happy today. I took her everywhere I went when she was growing. So they used to laugh, "Mommy, this is your handbag, eh? This one is your handbag." Really, she was. So it's a joy to see her grow into a full-grown woman. Now she's a married woman.
Tolerance, forgiveness, everything that is good is embedded in love. So I advise them to just continue loving themselves. Love God.
I wish her all the very best that life has to offer. I know that she and Chris will do really well. They're the perfect match.
And for us here, we wish them joy and abundant happiness. Now, banquets and receptions are common in almost all events, whether for announcement of achievements, weddings, or other celebrations by individuals or group of persons and organizations. In most parts of Nigeria, event analysts have observed that it has become a practice for people to opt for receptions rather than the main event. Erica Evie is standing by to unravel the reasons behind the trend. Over to you, Erica.
Days when people organize events without receptions and banquets, making it boring for people to attend occasions. However, in recent times, reception parties have been dominated by guests due to prevailing economic situation in the country. While many avoid attending main events for fear of being asked to donate in the events, others simply like to attend reception to avail themselves of free food and drinks.
It's very hard now. So maybe if I'm going to occasion, I'll get what to eat and satisfy myself. I'll go there.
It's mostly stomach infrastructure that brings quite a lot of them. Not all, but it's an opportunity for them to at least have something to eat and at least be free. At reception, people are free to interact.
It's very important for people to always go to the church, listen to the word of God. After the word, the diet. After the word, food. But most people will always wait for the food.
Some respondents say people's expectations at the reception venue are always high, as they expect to see beautiful decorations with matching colors, buffet sets, quality service by waiters, as well as live music.
Their focus is on the reception because that is where they will display all kinds of things that will make them to be happy.
It's human. It's part of living. Every person takes joy and happiness in it.
Others say the sense of glamorous atmosphere and the happy moment experienced at the reception ceremonies attract more guests.
People here, they have cultivated the habit of, going to events just to enjoy themselves and go away, which is very bad.
You too, as a Nigerian, I know you know the situation of the country. That's why people, majority, are going for where to maybe get what they'll fit.
However, still not done with this story. As respondents say, to change the narrative, it is advisable for people to always attend the main events, which is the reality of the occasion.
Well, I think people basically want to be where they will get more fun and food, really. Now, have you heard of a type of marriage called permanent day? In case it is your first time of hearing it, permanent day is a system of marriage where a husband and wife see each other during the daytime only. I'm sure you're wondering whatever happens to the night hours tradition that couples have been enjoying for years and ages, and why permanent day? From Yola, Usman Mukhtar gives us answers.
The idea of permanent day was made public with the interview conducted by one of the foreign radio stations broadcasting in Hausa language. Permanent day is a marriage contract entered into by a man and woman to be observing their marital rights during the daytime only. It might be at a different location. This is because the husband is married to another woman that he will be spending the night with. In another way, the night is only for his first wife. Surprisingly, the permanent day type of marriage is being practiced mostly without the consent or the knowledge of the first wife, but the second wife is fully aware of the first wife, her location, and possibly number of her children. In an interview with some who practice the permanent day type of marriage off camera, they confess that they went into the system without the first wife knowing about it, but only few trusted friends and the relations of the second wife. For the fear of being exposed, the permanent day husbands refuse to appear on camera.
If really the man wants to go for a second wife, he should just come up and tell to his first wife.
As a husband, I need security, like you get. You cannot just come during the daytime and then you're gone at night. What if something happens to me?
I will not say it is totally prohibited, because it will be the same way that you're getting married.
Yes, I would agree to marry him if he will do justice between us. But if he will not do justice, I will not agree to marry him.
I will not be okay with that marriage. Why? Because I'll be having different kind of thoughts about it.
What is Islamic view on the permanent day system of marriage, as those practicing it are mostly Muslims?
Doing it secretly is the problem. Contracting marriage with the consent of the woman, her parents and witnesses is okay. If the wife agreed that her husband should be with her in the night and be with her second during the daytime, there is nothing wrong with that. It is her religious right to make a choice on when to be with her husband. That's no cause for alarm.
NTA learned that the marriage is mostly practiced by businessmen and civil servants who work mostly in the cities. Another investigation revealed that unmarried working class women are seeking more of it, as they see it as an opportunity for them to be married.
Amazing, isn't it? And I know it definitely won't work for some people. Well, we'll take another break. We'll be back.
An electronic media content exhibition and awards, NMCA 2022 is born. It is the biggest gathering of TV, radio, online, film and all forms of electronic media content in one place to celebrate and do the business of content for 3 days in August 29, 30 and 31, 2022 at Radisson Blue Hotel, Ikeja at Lagos, Nigeria. Register now to attend at www.nemcia.net. NMCA is brought to you by MCON in collaboration with BMA, collocating with NIFS, proudly supported by media support by NMCA 2022. One place, 3 days. Content is king, always.
Come to the National Center for Women Development, a home away from home. With our beautifully renovated hotel, the center can also boast of a 1,700-seater auditorium for conferences. The edifice has an African, continental, and Arabian restaurants, a daycare creche for nursing mothers. There is also an ICT department for computer training, and also a training department for catering, tailoring, and hairdressing. For more information, please contact the National Center for Women Development, Tafab Way, opposite the Central Bank of Nigeria's CBN headquarters, Central District Area, Abuja, or telephone 070-511-1163. National Center for Women Development, rebranding, restructuring, and repositioning.
Everyone loves Jara, and every pack of Maggie Star 100 cubes now comes with 5 extra Maggie cubes just for you. Look out for the new Maggie Star pack to get your own Jara inside. Maggie, cook the difference.
Nivea Natural Fairness is now Nivea Perfect and Radiant. Reveal your skin's natural radiance with Nivea Perfect and Radiant, enriched with berry extracts and UV filters to reduce dark spots and even out your skin tone. for radiant and even-toned skin. Say hello again to Nivea Perfect and Radiant Body Lotion. Try the full Nivea Perfect and Radiant range to unlock your most radiant self.
Every morning is an opportunity to take your hustle to the next level. Every morning is one day closer to your ambition. So, make every morning count. Cup after cup, morning after morning. Start strong, finish strong. Nescafe.
It's your time to win big with the Oral-B bumper promotion. Buy any Oral-B pack for a chance to win 1 million naira. Yes, 1 million naira. 3 winners every month. Buy any pack of Oral-B, write your name and phone number on the empty pack, submit to any of our designated centers, and stand a chance to win 1 million naira. The Oral-B bumper promotion will run from 12th of August to 12th of November 2022. Visit our social media pages for more information. Buy Oral-B today and start winning. Terms and conditions apply.
Everyone loves Jara, and every pack of Maggie Star 100 cubes now comes with 5 extra Maggie cubes just for you. Look out for the new Maggie Star pack to get your own Jara inside. Maggie, cook the difference.
August meeting is where women always plan how the grassroots will be able to work.
Welcome back. The serene and peaceful atmosphere known with Benin Kebbi, the capital of Kebbi State, was literally shattered on Thursday, the 25th of August this year, when residents woke up to the heartbreaking news of a former housewife who stabbed her ex-husband to death. The reason for the deadly attack is what the Nigeria police is trying to unravel. Abdul Jalil Mohammed Bawa is following the story.
A moment for the family of Magistrate Attahiru Ibrahim, a resident of Aliru Quarters in Birnin Kebbi State, who was alleged to have been stabbed multiple times by his estranged wife, a 30-year-old Farida Abubakar, in his residence. The incident was said to have occurred around 9:40 p.m. of last Thursday after his neighbors heard a strange noise from Attahiru's house, which prompted them to break the door and have access into the house, where they met Attahiru in the pool of his blood. Upon searching the house, his estranged wife was found hiding somewhere. One of the deceased relative commented on the incident.
So later Attahiru Raga, he's humble and he's young with so much ambition that one day he will be somebody in his career. But unfortunately, that's what really happened to him. He had a good relationship with all the judges, magistrates, and he's a nice person. He never quarreled with anybody. Nobody who said Attahiru quarreled with him.
As NTA News visited the police headquarters in Birnin Kebbi, the force PPRO SP Nafiu Abubakar confirmed the incident and said investigation is ongoing.
A team of policemen were swiftly mobilized to the scene and forced themselves into the house, where they found the said Attahiru Ibrahim lying down in a pool of his own blood and was later confirmed dead by a medical doctor. Similarly, his estranged wife, one Farida Abubakar F., aged 30 years, was also seen inside the compound. Hence, she was suspected and arrested in connection with the case. Consequently, the Commissioner of Police, Kebbi State Police Command, CP Ahmed Magaji Kwantagora, had directed the DPO to immediately transfer the case to CID for a thorough investigation with a view to unravel the circumstances surrounding the ugly incident.
The deceased was a Chief Magistrate Court 2 judge in Jega local government of Kebbi State.
Violence solves nothing, and it's always horror and tears. We'll take a last break for now.
You are my sunlight. You are my sunlight.
Sunlight makes things easier, so you can do more.
You are my sunlight.
When you become more, you inspire others to be more too. Sunlight is here to support you as you reach for more success. Sunlight, more than you expect.
Everyone loves Jara, and every pack of Maggie Star 100 cubes now comes with 5 extra Maggie cubes just for you. Look out for the new Maggie Star pack to get your own Jara inside. Maggie, cook the difference.
Like a bird needs wings to fly, you need skills to be productive. No matter the level of your education, ITF can train you to acquire skills in areas like mechatronics, metal machining, facility technology, electronics and computer networking, information and communication technology, ICT, culinary art, and agriculture. Acquire a skill and transform yourself from being unemployed to becoming even an employer. Be a valuable Nigerian youth. Say no to unemployment and poverty.
It's time.
Industrial Training Fund, developing the nation's human resource.
Now, this is where we'll end today's edition of Newsline, and we're happy you stayed with us all through. Let's do it again Sunday next week. Good night, and God bless Nigeria.